to Community Cooking. I'm Maria Prekagis, and today I'm with private chef Nathan Donahoe, who's onto the organic scene and the raw scene.
Yep, I'm a raw dog.
A raw dog, I love it. Well, and we have a ton of honey.
Yes.
And honestly, I didn't know that there were so many uses for honey, and raw honey is what you're using.
Oh my gosh, it's the best. What's amazing about raw honey is that raw honey is like fine wine. You know how wine reflects the time, the plants, like the season? So does raw honey. For example, I'm going to give you one to try right here. This is, actually taste it first and tell me if you can tell me what this tastes like.
Oh God, pressure's on.
Pressure.
Look at that.
Let's see if she can get it.
It tastes like honey. No,
okay. Well, if this is...
Go ahead.
Like, give me some adjectives, like what, you know, you're drinking wine, like what would we be using?
Oh, see, I'm not a big wine drinker.
Okay,
You pour it, I drink it. It's really quite simple.
I get it. This is orange blossom honey.
I can taste the citrus.
You can taste the citrus. So what's great about this is that there's no actual orange extract. They pollinate the orange blossoms, and then you have a nice orange-flavored honey.
So there are bees just with the oranges and those blossoms. Mm-hmm. And then we have a couple other buckwheat.
Yeah, we got a buckwheat honey. Yeah, we got a bunch of other different honeys. And as you do different recipes, I'll go through and I'll show you each one and we can taste them. Awesome. It'll be really fun.
Well, we're making a few different things. Who knew you could make so much with honey? Raw honey. What's the first thing we're starting with? Okay,
the first thing we're going to start with is this really nice raw strawberry lemonade. You usually make lemonade and it's, you know, a bunch of white sugar and stuff. But I cook for a lot of sick people who can't handle white sugar, so I came up with this recipe. It's really simple and easy. First,
what honey do we use?
We're going to use this creamy wildflower honey.
Wildflower honey.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to take a taste of this too?
I will. I'll use a fresh spoon though. How's that?
That's good.
Well, I'm going to be no sugar here.
I know, right?
Ooh, no, that's good. It's totally different taste than the orange blossom one.
What's nice about this has a really nice, plain sugary. It's not as much as a
I was going to say that's a little more sugary.
So I'd like to use this for a lot of my clients who are children. You're trying to get them to use good sugars, but you don't want them to freak out over the honey. So can you pass me those strawberries right there?
Look at those bad boys are gorgeous.
Hey, Torrance Farmers Market. I'm addicted.
It rocks. It rocks. So how many strawberries for our smoothie?
Let's do them all. Let's make it heavy on strawberries.
What
I know,
the heck?
Right? Don't be shy on the strawberries.
I won't be shy on the strawberries. There we go.
Okay, great. So these are already pre-washed. Usually you wash strawberries.
Even organic ones, you should wash all your produce, most definitely.
Even organic ones, sometimes people don't want to wash them because then you can get, I don't know, a probiotic, then have some dirt. It's all the rage now.
I think we get enough.
Yeah, we get enough. So basically it's simple. I'm just going to cut the ends off, which are the green parts. You don't really need that.
We like to be healthy, but we don't need that much.
We don't need
That's what we have our salads for, not the tops of the strawberries.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need all that fiber.
And strawberries are so good for you.
Yeah, I really like using strawberries. It's really important, though. California, we're so lucky because we have strawberries year-round. A lot of the places you don't have that. But you always need to taste them before you buy them because they may look good, but sometimes...
The security guard's not going to run you out of the farmer's market?
No, but sometimes you get ones that aren't sweet, and it's just a bummer.
Okay, so we have our strawberries.
Okay, thank you.
I get rid of all the extra stuff.
Thank you, sous chef.
Oh, that's me. Look, he missed one.
Uh-oh.
We'll get it.
You're hired. You're great. You're great. Okay, so I've got my blender over here. So we're just going to take these beautiful strawberries, put them in the blender right there. Now, interesting thing to know about honey is that, actually, also I got some lemon juice. I've got a cup of lemon juice. We're going to make about a half a gallon of the lemonade.
Can I ask that lemon juice to me is yellow?
Yes. Well, what happened is, there's accidentally a blood orange in there. A blood orange is a orange.
Yeah.
That's bright red.
Very dark.
So, you know me, I'm not a slave to routine. You know, let's go with it. Let's roll with it. So I'm going to put this into the blender. What's really important about adding raw honey when you're mixing is that it can stick to the side.
It's stuck to my spoon.
Yes, see, it stuck to your spoon. It's stuck to her mouth. So what you do is you add the raw honey in afterwards so then it doesn't stick to the side. See, I'm going to put it on.
Oh, so it's the last ingredient you add.
Last ingredient. Very important.
Oh my God, have some honey.
I know, otherwise you're going to get frustrated. It's not going to blend. And
now, is most raw honey, because honey comes in, it's all pretty thick and sticky. But...
You know, it depends. That's what's amazing. It depends on the type of honey it is. Some is crystally.
In my cupboard, it's really old, so it's really hard and not usable, but...
Well, actually, you know what's really interesting? Do you know the oldest honey they ever found that was still edible was 3,000 years old?
So I can still eat the stuff in my cupboard, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it was in an Egyptian tomb. and it was still edible. So honey actually lasts forever.
It was preserved with old King Tut.
Yep, King Tut loved the raw honey. So we got the honey in there. I'm actually, you know what, I'll keep that spatula still, though.
I'm still into the wildflower honey.
Oh, it's so good.
Very good.
So what I'm going to do is I got some just nice water, and I'm going to first mix it first
So you just,
in order to get the honey.
because you don't want to add the water and the honey, so.
No, because then it won't blend up. That's
Okay.
why I did that. So
Oh, it's so colorful. I love it.
yeah, you're going to love it. So I blend it for a little bit
Okay.
first. Then I'll wipe it down a little bit.
But, you know, it's good to get a little messy in the kitchen, so why not work with honey?
Oh, dude, I love to be messy. I love to get food all over me.
Guess what? We don't have to clean up. It's even
Oh,
better.
really? Nice.
So, and just water.
Yeah.
Now, could you use ice, or just do you like water to make it a little thicker?
You know what? I just like using water, and then I chill it and add ice later.
Okay, perfect.
So you put the top on, and then you...
So water just to get it a little thinner, and you
Yeah.
add it over ice. Perfect. So that's all simple.
Yeah, that's
just a
all
few
really
ingredients. Okay.
simple. And then we'll just put it in a glass.
Look at now. This is a smoothie glass.
Yeah, I know. This is perfect. What's nice is I make this a little strong, so then when you... Then when
That's
you
okay.
add ice, then it... Then
And
it'll...
how about, wait, a little bit more? So we'll have one
Yeah,
taste.
let's do a little more.
A little
Yeah.
taster.
And then also,
It's
before
like
you
a
taste it...
fine wine,
Before you
don't you
taste
know?
it, I got something special for you.
Oh?
I got from the Torrance Farmers Market.
Yes.
Chocolate mint, which is,
Chocolate
smell
mint?
this. You got to smell this. What does that smell like?
Chocolate mint.
This mint that naturally smells like chocolate. And I always get it at the farmer's market.
Okay.
So you add a little bit in, make it look a little pretty.
And it's totally edible.
Totally edible. It's mint that tastes like chocolate. It's great.
Ooh, that is good. It's tartness, but it doesn't make your face all smush up.
Yeah, it is a little tart, so then
Ooh,
if you
I
add
like it.
ice will melt and it'll get a little bit less tart.
Ooh, very nice. All right, what's next? I'm into
Okay,
the honey
great.
movement. Let's
All
go.
right, let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to set that right there.
You can call it honey.
Honey. Not the honey you're on next to your couch. Raw honey.
Raw honey.
Okay.
Okay, so next, we have a really nice, you mentioned before you like caramel apples.
My favorite.
Okay, so check this out. Now, we're going to have a nice healthy version of raw caramel
Okay.
apples.
For
So
the
you can pass
apples?
through the apples over here.
I'll let you cut them.
Yes, thank you. Now for the caramel apples, we're using a special honey called buckwheat honey.
I've mixed them all up for you.
Yeah, this is buckwheat honey right here. It's actually, this is what buckwheat is. It's a type of breakfast cereal used in Russia a lot called kasha.
And from that, you get this.
From this, you get that. Yes, or from that, you
Right.
get this.
One
Now-
of the two.
Now taste it a
All
little
right.
bit first. I'm going to make her
All
taste all the honeys.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
That's okay.
I
Why
know
don't
so
you
hard.
start chopping while I
Great.
taste? Now that is more, they're all different.
They're all different, yes.
Ooh, and at the end of this, it kind of crystallizes.
Yes, that one's a little more crystally. This one I
Very
use
nice.
specifically because it has more of a caramel flavor.
That's what it is. Thank you.
Caramel.
Thank you on my taste buds.
See.
So we have walnuts because I know traditional apples, I love them when they roll them in walnuts.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut up these apples into
Nice
you know,
little slices.
nice little slices like that. Normally when you go to the fair or the carnival, you get that
They're so
big
messy
ol'-
to eat.
Yeah, right?
You got to bite into it.
Yeah.
I still make that happen, but
Oh,
this
yeah.
will be a little nicer.
Yeah,
more
we're gonna-
clean.
A little bit less messy, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
And you like red apples? Can I use a green apple? Because they're my favorite.
Yeah, you know, green actually, I'm impressed you mentioned that because,
Love Granny Smiths.
well, because they're a little more tart, so you're
Yeah.
gonna adding the honey.
I love the, that's why I
Makes
think
it
I like this, the
great.
tartness of it.
Okay, cool. So, can you pass me a
Okay.
butter knife, please?
Butter? We have one
Okay.
of those.
Thank you, honey. And
Oh, Lord, we're
Am I
losing
allowed
it
to-
now.
Just don't
We're
call me
losing
sugar,
it
right?
now, exactly.
Okay, so what I do first is I crush up the walnuts a little bit. Now you can use a couple different things. You could, you know, take a wooden spoon, crush them up. But you know, I like to get food all over me. We like to be messy, right?
There
so
you
I
go.
just kind of punch
Ooh.
it with love.
You know what I do sometimes?
Tell me.
Plastic bag.
Yes.
Because I'm not one for cleanup, but plastic bag and just beat it with a spoon or roll it with a rolling pin or step on it, whatever.
That's why I can't wait to get kids because I can just make them clean up after me.
It's such a good thing.
Yeah.
So you just
So-
smush them, but you want fairly, not too
Yeah.
small sizes.
Not too small. You want about you'll see the kind of
Okay.
size you get. So you use your hands. You get. I
That
think
was
you
my
should.
mother always just dug
Really?
right in. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Got to experience food. You got to get all over you and just like, oh, I love it. Like I wash my hair with avocado. You know, I mean, it's amazing.
And look, we have one here just in case he needs
That's later.
to clean up
Shh, that's
later.
Okay, great. So we got the walnuts right there.
All right,
Butter knife.
Butter knife.
Yes.
Scalpel.
Scalpel. So we got the buckwheat honey. Now, just like a caramel apple, I'm going to add a thin, oh yeah, do it too, it'll be fun. So add a thin layer. See how?
Oh, it's a little hard to, there we go. Once you get it going, it's easier.
Honey is a fickle beast. You got to understand how.
Yeah, both sides or just one?
We're just going to do one side first.
Good.
Okay? So, good, you're doing a couple too. So while you're doing those, what I'm going to do, I'm going to
It's a little fickle, don't you know?
Yeah, honey's fickle. Raw honey's fickle.
I love it.
So when you get a chance, I want you to pass me that black plate to your right. Excellent. Good job.
Okay.
Okay, so watch this. We got the honey on here.
Okay.
And then just, watch, we go, Look at that. See?
And of course, you have to say it just like that. Let me try one.
Yeah.
And poof, it comes out.
It's really important to, add the vocal to it. It doesn't come out this way.
Alrighty.
Okay, great.
So let's do a few of these and get it in because I want to get through all of our goodies we're doing today.
Let's go. Come on.
Here, I just like to, there.
Okay.
Look at that. Yum.
Isn't that fun? So I'll do one more.
All right, do one more. Then we can have two each.
Then we can have two each. Oh.
See how that is?
So good.
And then what do we do with these?
Now what we do, honey can be liquidy at room temperature. So in order for it to stick, we're going to throw it in the freezer for just 30 seconds.
How about you go set it in the freezer? Throwing's good, but.
So our next recipe, now this is
sticky.
This is going to blow your mind. You're just going to love
this.
Okay. We're going to make raspberry whipped cream with raspberry honey. What's special about this honey is these plants, you got to smell this. The bees pollinated raspberry flowers. So the honey naturally tastes like raspberries. It's amazing.
You can totally taste it.
It's amazing.
That's the most I could taste out of anything.
I know, right?
Was the raspberries.
So this is how you can really make normal, familiar dishes like whipped cream special. Raspberry whipped cream and then have raspberries on top. So this will be really easy.
I have a spoon ready to go.
Oh, I bet you do. Okay, great. So I've got my spatula, which just has other honey on it, so it's fine. I'm going to put the cream. This is raw whipped cream, or actually raw heavy cream. So I have the cream in there, and I'm going to take some of the raspberry honey. And again, with the raspberry honey, we put it on top of the cream. So it won't stick.
So you never want to start with the cream. You start with all your other ingredients first.
You never want to start with the honey.
I mean the honey.
It's okay. You're just
Switch, reverse.
She's just so excited she doesn't know what she's
doing. Look at that. Yeah. It's very cool. This would be fun for kids to make too.
Oh, dude, I love making food with kids. See, kids just don't understand how fun food is anymore.
A little bit of vanilla?
A little bit of vanilla extract. Kids are so used to just going to fast food at the restaurant, but it's important to show them where food comes from and how fun it can be. I used to work in special ed in elementary school, and we would make whipped cream by shaking in a glass jar. So I put it in there, and
a food processor, which I haven't seen. Usually I'll do it with an electric mixer.
Yeah. You can do an electric mixer or food processor, or if you really want to torture someone, you make them do it by hand. You've done it by hand, right?
Yeah, I have, and it's doable, just not that much fun.
So as you can see, it's slowly getting thicker and thicker.
Okay.
So I'll pulse it a little bit more. Remember, don't pulse it too much, or what happens?
I don't know. What?
It becomes butter.
Oh,
Come
yes,
on.
of course it does.
Okay.
Silly me.
I know, you know that. Okay, so see, this is a good consistency right there.
Okay, that didn't take nearly as long as with an electric mixer. I am all about the food processor now.
I love this. This is my baby. This is just I'll never let that leave my side. So,
okay, that is so easy.
Yeah, so check it out. Why don't you help me?
That took 30 seconds.
I know. Why don't you put that in the bowl for me?
Okay. Here, I'll use your
honey
spatula.
My honey spatula.
So, and with whipped cream, do you want it room temperature before you food processor it?
You know, it doesn't really matter. It hasn't made a difference for me.
How much, is it more cream or more berries?
Well, how much you want to eat?
Oh, well, lots.
Yeah, I mean,
I like whipped cream.
Yeah, let's see.
So then just the berries on top?
Berries on top, and then you can do a sprig of mint. You can do chocolate mint or a regular mint, just whatever you fancy.
Chocolate, of course.
So you're my sous chef. It's like...
I'm just the eater.
What's that saying? If you give someone fish, they eat for a day, but if you teach them how to make whipped cream and raspberries, they can eat for, forever. So.
Forever and ever. And just a few of these on top? Do you
just do a couple, just make it nice. Make it pretty. See, you're such a good chef. Look at you.
Look at that. I'm making it so pretty. I'm very symmetrical.
Yeah. Oh, isn't that great?
Berries with whipped cream. Alrighty. It's all about tasting.
Notice the dichotomy of the honey and the raspberries.
That is not standard whipped cream.
No. It is raspberry.
I'm serious. Oh, and the mint?
I know.
Okay.
Kids love this. Kids just eat it up, and it's really good for them. What's interesting
is awesome.
What's interesting about grass-fed milk, where cows eat the grass and raw is that they have a high omega-3 content, like
fish. Salmon, fatty
like salmon.
fish.
So if you don't want the mercury in fish or you don't eat fish,
Yep.
if you eat meat and dairy that the cows eat grass, you have a higher omega-3 content.
They say 3 servings a day, so the commercial says.
Yeah, so make sure you have 3 of those a
So
day.
look at, we have beautiful things all with honey.
So now we're going to do a chocolate banana smoothie. Something also really cool about honey is that it's been used for thousands of years as a medicine for skin. Cleopatra did honey and milk. For scar tissues. You put honey when you get a scar or burn, it actually helps it heal quicker. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so check this out. Now look at this honey.
Okay, that came from
Wow.
this.
That came from this. This is avocado honey.
I love it.
It's amazing. Why don't you taste it too? I want you to taste it.
All right.
What's special about
I
avocado?
have my last clean fork.
I know. What's great about avocado
It's
honey?
thick. Thicker.
It's thick. It's a little more crystally.
It's very crystally, but totally different.
Totally different.
You can taste. Wow.
What's interesting about this has more of a molassy taste. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a chocolate banana smoothie.
Not quite as bad as peanut butter, but it stickens in my teeth.
It's in your teeth. It'll dissolve.
Yeah.
So it's not as. What's nice about this mixture is that it actually tastes like breakfast cereal a little bit.
A little bit with the molasses taste. I like it.
Yeah. So we'll see. Okay. So.
We have our nanner.
We got our nanner.
And
this is raw chocolate powder or cacao powder. Basically Hershey's powder, but it's raw and organic and healthier.
The old-fashioned kind, how my mom used to make milk chocolate.
Ooh,
before
probably.
those instant packages.
Before those instant packages. Your mom knew what was going on.
Yeah,
She's
it was
a smart
great.
lady. So we're taking the banana.
Okay.
We're going to put it in the blender.
I love it. Another blender. We got everything going on here.
Got to have 2 of everything with me because
2 of everything. One just to mess up and one to cook out of.
I know, right? So we got the banana. We have some vanilla extract, which I'm going to add.
Good.
There we go. Now.
I love bananas and chocolate.
Okay, now let's see if you were paying attention. So we're, right?
You're in big trouble.
So do I put the honey in?
No, you have to have, well, what else goes in? Does water or anything else go in?
Good. What we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of milk.
No, you need the liquid first and then the honey, or else it's going to be one sticky mess.
A tiny bit of milk. If it's too much, the milk is cold, and then it'll chill the honey and it won't blend.
Oh, so good. Okay, that makes sense.
Cup. Okay, I'm going to put in
that dark honey.
Look at that. Oh, that
we
dark
just can't
honey.
stick the avocado in. Has to be in honey form.
Yeah. Actually, in the Philippines,
It'd be kind of fun.
Well, in the Philippines, they make avocado shakes.
Oh, really? No, I can see that. I mean, they make avocado mass. Why not eat it?
They take avocados, honey, and milk, and it's actually really good. You should give it a try
I would think that with any of these raw honeys, you can just add about anything to them, and it's healthier because it's not, like you said, processed refined sugar. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So it's starting to blend.
Okay. We're blending, and I like how you made it. It's more, it's going to be thinner, like the first smoothie we made, the lemonade.
Yep. So I added the rest of the milk.
Okay.
I'm going to add a tablespoon of the cacao powder.
And that's kind of like a semi-sweet, so that's why the honey sweetens it up for you.
Well, this is completely bitter. There's no sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
take the towel. Yeah, good idea. That's important to know if it's sweet or not.
Well, because you wouldn't want to use, a hot chocolate mix that already has all the sugar added to it.
Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose. So we're blending.
We got a little bit of everything. I have the glass.
Got the glass.
Perfect.
Okay. This is perfect for kids. And as you can see, just let me show you this. Most of the honey did get blended. See how there's only
just
a little bit on the side?
teeny bit on the side.
So that's totally fine. You want most of it to be blended.
Right. Do we do mint on top or anything for
we
garnish?
don't really, this is more of a kid thing. Kids don't care
Straight
about
to the
garnish.
taste?
Yeah, straight to the taste. Let's check that out.
Oh, that is good. And I will be honest with you, when we were
Please.
first making the lemonade and the smoothie, I like ice and I like them to be thick.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But you know what? Really, really good, just as is.
Yes. Yes, and a really good thing you do is you add eggs also.
Oh, we didn't add our eggs.
You know what? I forgot the eggs. I was a bad chef.
That's
sorry.
okay.
Yeah,
but
that's
for protein.
Okay.
And these are really good, raw, organic.
Fresh, harvested yesterday, organic, like really nice. It's important to use.
I was going to say, some people don't like to put raw eggs in their food, but all the bodybuilders do it. A lot of very healthy, health-conscious people do it.
Oh,
so.
I do it all the time. I mean, it's, 10 years, 15 years ago, people weren't eating sushi. Now everyone's eating sushi, so it's like, right.
Just as long as they're fresh. All right, so the lesson today, honey, honey, and more honey. Where can you find it?
You know what? At the Torrance Farmers Markets, they have a really nice honey people. Basically, go to any of the farmers markets. It's fun. There's fresh food. There's honey. Just get out there.
And look at all you can make. Oh, caramel apple. Let me taste those before we go.
Yes.
I mean, we made 4 completely different recipes today off of honey.
Now let's see if this reminds you of, when
the
you're
fair.
little.
Look, I'm taking the one with the
clowns.
most.
Yeah, of course.
That's falling apart, of course.
That's falling apart. Yeah.
Awesome, and you don't have to bite into it.
I know.
Well, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you. Dirty hands.
Education, dirty, sticky hands.
Chef hands. I don't mind. We love it.
We'll see you next time on Community Cooking.
If you would like a copy of the recipe seen on this show, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Office of Cable and Community Relations, 3350 Civic Center Drive, Suite 200. That's in Torrance, California, 90503. Be sure to note the show number and the date you saw the show. And don't forget, you can find all the fresh ingredients used on today's show at the Farmers Market. Visit the one here in Torrance at Wilson Park. They're located at 2200 Crenshaw Boulevard. They're open every Tuesday from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. and every Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon, rain or shine. And if you'd like to be a guest on our show, give us a call at 310-618-5762 or email us at communitycooking@tornet.com.